Well, we are back on the Now Morning Show, and our guest this morning from the St. Joseph Youth Police Club is Sasha, WPC, Sasha Williams Goddard, and Janice Decoto, mediator. Hi,
Good
welcome,
morning.
welcome.
Good morning.
How are you
Thank
doing
you.
this morning? Good?
Well, thank you.
Well, so now we're here to talk about the St. Joseph Youth Police Club and some new initiatives that you're taking. But first of all, tell me about the Youth Police Club. I see you've been in existence for 10 years already.
Yes.
You're the leader.
Yes,
so
I
tell us
am.
what you're, more about it.
Well, essentially what we're in the business of is holistic youth development. We are now an NPO registered with the Ministry of Legal Affairs, but we are also an arm of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. So we provide preventative crime fighting measures for the TTPS through youth engagement and youth development and community engagement activities as such. So yes, we've been around 10 years. I've only been the leader for just about 7 of that 10. So we are growing. We are a growing organization. We have a total of 97 police youth clubs nationally, and we are just about in every community you can find.
Yeah, I know there's one right close to me.
Oh,
where
great.
Yeah, right.
Great.
I always see them playing football. I hear them playing pan. So I know that they're doing lots of wonderful creative things as
Yes.
well. Well, Janice,
Hi.
I see that you are starting a new program, Community Conflict Resolution Center, to deal with mediation, and you're a mediator.
I am.
So tell us how this came about, and and what are your involvement in it?
Well, we are part of a company called the Officium Training Limited, and we are a bunch of mediators, law enforcement professionals, cognitive professionals that decided to get involved in being a part of the solution to crime and different issues within the country. We kind of live by a theme of, if you have been blessed, build a longer table than a higher wall kind of thing. And we decided to partner with the police youth clubs of the Northern Division for probably about 4 years or so. And what we do is that we are part of youth development and cognitive and life skills development amongst young people in different communities and so. And what we have found, and of course being a mediator, I think I'm a bit biased, but conflict resolution and the skill of conflict resolution is something that is woefully underutilized, especially amongst young people. So we found that if we teach them how to manage anger, how to deal with certain things, how to manage their emotions, emotional intelligence, life skills, that we can cut crime from the bottom up. So, and then that will have a great impact on things like gender-based violence and different things, so that we can get part of the solution at an early age. And what we have started with the Conflict Resolution Center, it was the brainchild of WPC Goddard and DCP Jacob, that we would initiate this for the communities, so that people that have land disputes, different issues, instead of going through the litigation and then getting into issues and family issues, they can come and we can give our services free so that the conflict can be resolved.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that is the way to go.
Yes,
and
it
as
is.
you mentioned, it is free.
It is free.
It
It is free to the public, yes,
So this
it
is
is.
not only this conflict resolution center is not only for the young people. Anyone can come. Anyone in the
conflict,
community.
anyone in the
if-
country.
In the country.
Yeah.
So if I have a problem with my neighbor,
You can.
Right? How do I approach the center? How do I become involved? How do I go about doing this?
So we developed an online form that is on all of our social media pages. It's as simple as we could have gotten it, a Google form. However, we have found that some persons have found the form a bit tricky. So you can also call us at the center, and our intake officer will fill the form with you on the phone and walk you through the process. After the intake officer takes that information, we have an assessment and evaluation of the case, and then we assign the case to the suitable professional. So some persons may assume that the case may be for mediation. However, we found that sometimes they may need counseling instead, or they may need legal advice and such. So we would redirect as necessary.
Oh, so it's not only mediation, it's not
No.
only conflict resolution, it's also counseling.
Yes.
So if I have my own problems, not
Yes.
only That is excellent. That's a wonderful, wonderful initiative. I did I did acting for mediators to pass their exams.
Oh, you would
So
be part
I
of
was
my-
yes, I was quarreling. I did quarreling with
Yes.
my good friend Chris Smith. We
Yes.
quarreled for the mediators. So
Yes,
I
yes.
I understand a little bit about, you know, how it's
Yes.
about. But the thing is, some people may be hesitant to come to the police because they
Yes.
believe that I'm involving the police in this matter, whereas I just want to solve it with my neighbor. How is that different to go into the police? Or
So that's where we bridge the gap. And the Police Youth Clubs has been such a tremendous asset to the TTPS where bridging that gap is concerned, because we liaise with our communities, our stakeholders, such as the Officium and Missy Koto. They come in, so you're not interacting only with police officers. We have such a wide range of volunteers. We still accept volunteers, by the way. There may be persons listening, and if you are interested in volunteering, you can also fill a simple form and you will be a part of our orientation and you can come on board. But we are not just coming with our traditional policing approach. This is aimed to be very holistic and very solution oriented in its nature.
so has this project started already?
Oh, yes.
And how has it been going, Janice? How
It's
do you
been-
feel the whole holistic approach has been going so far?
Well, as I said, I'm trying not to speak from a place of being biased. I'm
Come
a
on,
mediator.
yes,
no,
no, it's
no, no,
good.
no, no, we're trying to manage our bias. But really, I think we have had cases as far as Penal, as far as DB, as far as Diego Martin. We have had cases, and really and truly, the things that people have conflict about, it's a human thing. So it's across the board. It doesn't matter where you're from, where you go. It's really the same thing. And more or less, mediation creates a space that people can be heard. Because many times conflict gets embroiled in unmanaged emotions. We begin to talk and argue.
And you are not biased
No, no, no,
or
no.
tied aside,
no,
so you
no.
were there to
So,
listen
and really and truly, the answer is more or less the party. It's right in front of them, but we just give them the space to chat, to hear, to speak, so that conflict can be resolved by the parties themselves. All we do is just guide it, create a space for it to happen. And it's been really, really successful, really, really, really well received. The community, we have had interactions in communities. They are happy to have it, to be able to speak with someone that is not trying to police them. You know, it's a really holistic approach.
I think it's a wonderful initiative, and you say that that it's geared towards solving crime. Do you believe
Yes.
that this project is working and will help the crime situation in Trinidad?
Yes,
WPC?
of course. So we have had quite a number of our violent crimes being committed by persons as a result of conflict, existing conflict that has been occurring, whether it's domestic violence. We've had recently quite a spike in murders based on existing neighbor disputes and land disputes. And so we have decided, as Ms. Ikoto said, to really address crime from a preventative standpoint. Before we get to court, let's try to work out the issues before they escalate. And you know, Mr. Jacob has really seen the value of this program and really gave his support to us in order to make this program a national one, because this is something that we would have started in small scales in our community in St. Joseph. However, we are now able to supply the entire country.
Entire country.
Yeah, so we have been seeing the demand is there, and we will definitely expect to see the effects of that where our statistics are concerned over time.
Over time
Yeah.
and in the future. I think this is a wonderful
It's a good
initiative.
idea,
I wish you both the best.
Thank you so much.
WPC, Sasha Williams Goddard and Janice Decoto. Thank you
ma'am.
so much
Thank you for
coming
having
on
us.
the Now Morning Show and telling us all about this. People, this is a St. James. St. Joseph, sorry, St. James is where my my community conflict center is. But this is the St. Joseph Police Youth Club Community Conflict Resolution Center. Thank you very much. We're going to be right back. We're going to take a short break and right back to the Now Morning Show.